What's up everyone? In today's episode we're going to look at some storage ideas for the game cartridges for your Nintendo Switch. What's up everyone? In today's video we're going to take a look at some storage ideas for Nintendo Switch game cartridges. Now obviously you could use the case that it comes in initially. However, if there's a handful of games that you like to play often and you want to quickly access them, then this is an option. Also, some of these things are just so cool to put on a shelf somewhere that you don't even need to use them for a Switch cartridge. You could just use it as a collectible item. And to start off, we're going to show you the first one that we purchased. So this right here, this is a present from the Animal Crossing game series. And this is 3D printed. The resolution's okay. You can definitely see some layer lines and things in it. We purchased this as well as all the other items from Etsy. And I'll put a link in the description to some of these if they are still posted, because some of these we've had for a while now, but we'll put a link in the description so that you guys can access them if you're interested. But you just take the top off of here, and then here's where you can put your Nintendo Switch games. It's pretty simple. Most of these will hold anywhere from 10 to 20 cartridges, depending on the size of it, obviously, and the layout inside. Some of them even have a layout to where you can have, some of them are for the game cartridges, and then there's some of those slots for SD cards for memory. Some different options out there. But, you know, if you're interested in some of these, you can simply go to Etsy and type in Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch Storage, etc. You can look up some different options, and there's a ton of different things out there for different game series that you can purchase. I think they're very neat. And again, the idea of, yeah, you can use them for storage, and some of them you can even just not even have the insert and just have an empty area here where you can put whatever you want. But you can use them as storage, or you could just use it to set on a desk or a shelf from your favorite game, just as a collectible. So I think it's pretty neat. But this is the first one here. This is a present, again, from Animal Crossing. It works pretty good, no main issues. I will say that, again, the print quality isn't as good as the other ones I'll show you in a moment, but it works just as it's supposed to. My only issue with it is these layer lines that's on the top of the balloon here. But other than that, no issues. All right, next up we've got Kirby. Now there's a couple different versions of this specific 3D model. You can just get Kirby himself and not have storage inside, or you can have this one where you've got the Switch game storage. Essentially, it's Kirby sitting down, and then to access the inside, you're just going to hold the bottom and remove the top. There's a couple magnets that's going to hold everything in place, and you can see here we've got plenty of storage inside. This particular one has slots for 16 game cartridges. It's a high quality print. Everything looks pretty good. And again, with these magnets, it's very simple to open up or put back. That's simple. Everything's held together. And there you go. And it looks pretty neat just sitting on the shelf somewhere. But this is the second one. This is Kirby. Next up, we've got the POW block. Now, I think this one's pretty cool. The printing on this is top-notch. You can barely see any type of layer lines in this thing. Everything is very smooth, very professional looking. And this is probably one of my favorites here, is this POW block. These come in a couple of different color combinations, and again, I'll put a link in the description so you can see it, but there are a couple of different combinations. And to access the games inside, you simply slide this top off. Here's how the top looks. It's got a couple of rails on the inside that engage with the case, and that's how you can access the inside. This particular case supports up to 14 game cartridges that you can have inside of here. Everything fits just as well as it should, slides in and out easily. And again, put the top back on, you just slide the top on. Very simple. Looks very good. If you're a fan of Mario, then you're probably going to like this one a lot, as I do. But Again, the printing quality on this one is crazy, just how smooth everything is and how good the colors look. But this is the POW block. All right, up next we've got the blue spiny shell from the Mario Kart series. Now this has got a pretty high quality printing as well. Everything's pretty smooth. The colors look very good. I really like the blue look of the shell itself. And on the listing, you can pick from a number of different color combinations for the shell itself. There's a Bowser color combination, different ones. But I think this looks very cool. And again, you can just tell the size of it compared to the size of my hand. I mean, it's probably 1.5 times the size of a softball. Maybe that would make sense. But it's pretty neat. And to get to the games inside, you're just going to remove the top. And then you've got this little like carousel insert here that you can just remove that if you'd like and just use it as storage, or you can put your games in here. Now this holds 20 different game cartridges, but you just slide them down into there, and again you can just drop it down into the top like so. Now this is a lot bigger than the other ones, but it does look cool sitting down on a shelf, or again you could put it on a desk. But it's a neat storage idea, and with the magnets the way they are, you can just set the top down on there and don't have to worry about anything. So here's the top. This is the inside. You've got this little recess here so that little carousel part will fit up inside of here. But very high quality print. Everything is very smooth, well done. So this is a very nice one. And again, to put it back together, you're just gonna put this back inside of here. And basically you just turn it till you get it to the position it needs to be in. But there you have it. So this is the blue spiny shell from Mario Kart. All right, now last but not least, this is my favorite of all of them. This is the Bob-omb that's turning red and getting ready to explode. I think this is a very cool 3D printed product. The colors are very vibrant. The printing is super smooth. You can even turn the back here, just like an original Bob-omb on the game where it spins around. So this is a very high quality. You can see the feet from the bottom. And this is a ball, and one thing you'll notice on some 3D prints is whenever it's a ball or a sphere, the layer lines kind of pop out and they're rough, but not with this thing. I mean, it's just super smooth. And to access it, just like the others, there's some magnets inside. You just separate the top from the bottom. Here's the top. You've got this recess in here for the different games. A couple magnets. This is super smooth. All right, so here's the bottom. Now this surface here is very smooth to match up with the other. You've got your magnets right here to hold everything together. This has a storage capacity of 12 games and 4 micro SD cards. And again, just the print quality on this is very good. So here's the Bob-omb. This is my favorite of all of them. I just like the color combination. The 3D print quality is very good on this. And the fact that this spins and everything, it's very neat. So this is my favorite of the ones that we've purchased. So here's the different ones that we've purchased up until now. And we've only purchased these ones because these are the games and characters that we like a lot from the ones that we've found on Etsy. And these are from different companies 3D printing these, each one of these. For the most part, they're all very well done, the quality. I think in general, people are getting to the point on this 3D printers to where they can really do a good job on it, and this work shows. All of these are well done. They all work just like they're supposed to. And there's a ton of options on Etsy and some other platforms out there where you can purchase items like this, whether it be for a Nintendo Switch game cartridge or just for storage or just something to sit on the shelf. And I think that's awesome just to be able to print out and have some of these collectible items, maybe from your favorite characters and favorite games, that you can display on a shelf or on your desk or what have you. But in this case, all these were purchased off of Etsy. We'll put a link in the description just so that you guys have access to it. And you know, all of these I can say work great. The quality of them are good. All the games go in and out without any issues. So no problem on anything we have here. If there's a particular game you're interested in, then you go to Etsy, type in the game name, put storage or something, and see what comes up. Now, most of these you're rarely going to find one that's never been purchased before. Somebody's bought it, and people usually put a review in. So I recommend if you go to buy one for yourself, look at the reviews and look at the comments and see what people say. And if it's got generally good comments, then it's not that big of a deal. You can have something made and then receive it. Now, I will say that delivery on these things is kind of all over the place because it's not a standard product. This isn't something you're going to go to the store and buy. Everything here is being made to order. A couple of these I got within a couple weeks, and then a couple of them took over a month to get. Now, is that really a big deal? Well, it wasn't for us because we weren't in any hurry per se. We thought they were neat and wanted to purchase them. But take that into consideration. Look at the description really well, see what the deliveries are, see if it fits your timeline. If something else is needed, if you need it quicker than that, then maybe reach out to the person that's making them and see if a quicker delivery is available. But just one thing to take into consideration, that all these are typically being made upon order. So this is what we decided to do to storage some of our Switch games. It's not necessary, no, but we thought they looked cool, and it's a quick way to access games. If you have maybe 4 or 5 games that you're playing on a regular basis, you can just pop open the top, get your game out, put it in the Switch, put your other game in here, and go. Again, not something you have to have, but it's pretty neat. It's a nice collectible. And if you're looking for a storage ideal for your Nintendo Switch games, then this is definitely a good option. All right, you guys, you just took a closer look at some storage ideas for your Nintendo Switch game cartridges. Now, these are pretty cool, whether it's to actually storage the games or just put them on a shelf as some memorabilia for some of your favorite games that you like. There's a number of different things that you can find on Etsy and other websites. If you're interested in something like this, I'll put some links down for all the ones that I've purchased, but you could just go into Etsy and type in Nintendo Switch Storage, or just Nintendo Switch, or Switch Storage, Switch Case, etc. There's a ton of stuff on there, a lot of neat things. If there's something in particular that you're interested in, I recommend looking at the reviews and then judging for yourself on whether or not it's worth it. Now, I will say, all this stuff's made per order, so if you ordered, it may take a few weeks or a month to get it, but all that stuff is listed up front. So just make sure you know what that expectation is, and you should be okay. If you need something different, then hey, just reach out to the seller and ask them what they can do. Then you never know, you might be able to get a different color combination, a different delivery time, etc. Just reach out to them. But thanks for tuning into the video. We really appreciate it. And until next time, keep gaming.